Bid the bird of paradise fly up your nose. Bid him caress you with his toes.
Hey everybody, I'm Dawn Meifert. Thanks so much for joining me on Here's the Deal. So we are all aware of the shameful show on the Senate last week where more than 90% of Americans agree to closing the gun show loophole with expanded background checks. And Republican senators promised to filibuster that, forcing a no vote, so it basically died on the vine. So what I want to look at today is the hypocrisy of the individuals talking about our constitutional right to bear arms. So these senators that are all about the Constitution and it's our right as Americans in protecting the Constitution and keeping it intact, these very same senators, McConnell, Cornyn, Chambliss, Graham, Sessions, and Grassley all stood up and advocated on the Senate floor for there to be no expansion of background checks, saying that it was an invasion of our constitutional rights. But these very same senators are the guys that stood there and advocated for the Patriot Act in 2006 and 2007. Now, the Patriot Act was the single largest assault on our constitutional rights of any time in the history of this country. They legislated the government's ability to listen to our phone calls, track our emails, track what websites we're looking at, what articles we're reading on the website. Talk about a gross infringement into our civil liberties under the Constitution, yet you hear no one complaining about that from the right-hand side. And that's because they based all of the Patriot Act language and legislation on terrorism, because terrorism is so extremely dangerous to all of us in this country. I mean, just look at the statistics. You know, since 1980, we've had almost 1 million gun deaths here in the United States. And since 1970, we've had about 3,400 Americans die due to various acts of terror. So, hey, look, here's the deal. If a gun is in the hand of a foreigner, that's a really, really bad thing. But when it's in the hand of another American with a semi-automatic weapon that can shoot 12, 15 rounds a second, it's not such a bad deal. Thanks so much. I'm Dawn Meifert, and this has been Here's the Deal.